Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Junkin 101 with Cassie and I'm Cassie. So here today in front of me I have the start of a Shabby Chic journal. I was in JJ with Joy and on Thursday nights we are starting a new thing called Face Off Thursdays, and it's where Joy and I will go live at the same time and work on projects. And this last week we did a Joy's Jiggy, which is a game we used to play with a little bit of a twist on it. And anyway, this is what I ended up making, was this one piece right here, and I decided, oh, that'll be perfect and look great as a journal cover. So I'm just sitting here working away and I thought I'd bring you guys along with me. So first I'll show you what I've done so far. So this is the cover and I've put that on some really hard chipboard. And then on the inside, I'm just doing like collage type pages and making pockets and adding tags for journaling spaces. And then on the actual pages, like here, I've got a tuck spot with a tag in it. I don't know if I'm leaving these tags where they're at or if I'll switch them around. But on this page, I have a side tuck here that when you flip it over and you look at it from the back, you can pull out the journaling card that's in there and journal on that. And then, oh, let me stick this back in here. So then the next page has two at the top instead of on the side, so that will have tags in it. And then so the next one has the side loading pocket again, and then the next one has the top loading pocket, and so on and so forth. So as you can see by my journal here, I'm just doing like a collage. I'm gonna go back and add like some buttons and some bling or something like that, but for now I'm just doing the inking and the collaging and a little bit of lace or rickrack or cheesecloth here and there. I am using this pink seam binding that I bought out of Joy's shop, JJ with Joy on Etsy, but I don't think she has any more listed at the moment. So yeah, I just thought I would bring you guys along and work on a page or two and just do a little bit of crafting with you guys. So I was going to grab something. What was I going to grab? I don't know what I was going to grab. Anyway, so here's my next pages. I've prepped 8 pages that are 4 of them with the side pocket and 4 of them with the top pocket. So yeah, I remember what I was going to grab. I needed to grab more of the pink seam binding. So anyway, as you can see, I've gone ahead and I've decorated this side, but we need to decorate this side. So I have a bunch of stuff over here to my left hand side to use to decorate this. I've got some stuff that T has made in Timeless Paper Treasures that she was so gracious to share with me. I've got some Tracy Fox tags here that I've been using. I've got some stuff by Stephanie Huff, and then I've just got like these rub-ons. I have an old German book over here that I'm using book pages from, and I've got some different scrapbooking paper from a 12 by 12 pad called the Heirloom Stack, and it is by Park Lane, I think is what it's called, and I got that at Joann's. So with all of that out of the way, let's do a little bit of play. Hey, that rhymed. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. So what I've been doing is I've just been taking like my We Are Memory Keepers ruler, the tear one that has, you know, the small tear on the edge, and I have just been using this to tear a lot of my pages down. Some of them I'm not tearing, and some of them I'm tearing by hand without the ruler. I just want it to have, you know, each page I want it to have its own feel and its own look. It is a very eclectic book. Nothing really matches. So I'm using Distress Oxide in the color Vintage Photo to do my inking. And some of the inking's heavy, some of the inking throughout the book is light. You can do whichever you want. So I just start by taking pages and ripping them and gluing them down. Now this piece I want to be like a journaling space, so I'm going to put this one towards the top, so I'm not going to glue that down quite yet. Okay, let's get ourselves a piece of this. And I'm just, there's no rhyme or reason to this whatsoever. A lot of people are like, oh, well, I see everybody else do collage and it looks really nice, and then I do collage and I don't like it. Well, you have to remember, for one, we're our own worst critics. We never are fully satisfied with anything that we do. So keep that in mind when you're working. Also keep in mind that no piece of art is the same as another piece of art. All works of art are different. That's why it's handmade, you know, like it's all different. It's meant to be different, but there's no rhyme or reason to it, is what I was trying to say. You just kind of go with the flow and do your thing, and when you're done, you have a beautiful piece of work. Okay, so I'll get my glue here, and I'm just using a wet glue. This is the Barely Art glue in here. I usually have my art glitter glue in here, but y'all, I need a trip to the store because I am out of Fabri-Tac. I am out of art glitter glue. I'm almost out of baby wipes. I tell you, I'm a hot mess over here. Okay, so that's there. I should have thought this through a little bit better. Let me move this out of your way. I should have thought about it a little bit better when I put my eyelet in here and put my little charm on the page on this side. I should have waited to do that until I had the back covered, but that's okay because, you know, we'll put a little strip of something down there and it'll be fine. So we'll just take some of this, make a thin strip of it. Okay, and we'll tear it off about there. There's no measuring involved in this. It's all just real super simple and easy, and you don't think about it. If you start thinking too much about it, throw your pieces back and start over. Some glue on here. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday. I know I haven't been uploading videos very regularly. They're kind of sporadic, but that's my life. I don't know what's happening day to day, so I take it with a grain of salt and post when I can, and Okay, so I need something to cover this side with. And let's use some of this. Okay, we'll rip it right about here. So today, here in my world, it's kind of overcast out. The birds are singing. It's a little muggy, but nothing you can't deal with. We got the windows open. Couple of fans going in the window. My husband is down the road visiting his mom. My brother-in-law's here. My son is doing his own thing. You know, I really want that word cherish. I'm going to move that up some and rip it below the word cherish. And then I'll take a little bit off the top to make it fit. There we go. So now we're going to ink this piece up. I'm sorry, y'all. My desk is a mess. I'm a very messy crafter in the process of crafting. Like, I just throw everything everywhere, and by the time I'm done, I have, you know, just this little teeny tiny spot that I'm working in, and I've got everything like piled around me. But I'm trying to keep the mess to the side so y'all don't see it, but I do have a mess going over there. So, okay, let's glue this piece down, and then we can put our writing spot on, and then we can see if we want any labels or anything else. Gonna have to cut this little piece out here. I should have punched it with the paper punch before I glued it down. That way it fit like the other side did, but it's okay. It's a junk journal. It does not have to be perfect. Okay. I'm just going to go back and put a little bit of ink there. Now let's glue on our writing spot. My son is done with school, so he's on summer break. This summer we have a trip planned in August, and then we have a trip planned in September. So in August I'm going to Minnesota to meet a crafting friend. We're staying at a hotel for 2 nights, which will be a lot of fun. We'll be right by her house, so we'll be able to go to her house and craft and all that fun stuff together. And then in September, we're meeting another one of my crafting friends. I'm just digging through my pile over here looking for something that could be a pocket. Or do we not want a pocket? I don't think I want a pocket on this page. I think I'm gonna leave it the way it is, maybe put a label on there. That looks too centered. Let's see. I really like this 298 label. Maybe we'll stick this over here. Then maybe I can find another piece of ephemera for over here. Let's see. This little container here is just a bunch of random ephemera that I have cut up, and I have them ready to go. I like it, but it needs something else with it, I think. I think that's too big. That's the wrong direction. There's some, oh, here's a cute little pink one. Oh, that fits in there a little bit better. Okay, let's see what else we've got. A lot of these cabinet cards are mine. I went in and redid them, and I cleaned them up and enhanced the colors and stuff, and they are in my Etsy store, Junkin 101 with Cassie, for real cheap. Let's see. I'm not finding a whole lot I like with that. So maybe we just need to ink it up and then maybe find another label to go with it, because I do like it there. I think it needs it. So this label, I'm just going to put over here, like so. Maybe we can put some cheesecloth behind this. Let's do that. Let's cut some cheesecloth. Put that down. And then we can just kind of put it like that. That's cute. So what I do, because I don't have any Fabri-Tac right now, I would normally glue this down with Fabri-Tac, but I'm just going to make sure I put a little bit of extra glue on the side where the cheesecloth is going to be, and then I just make sure I press it down for just a little bit longer than I normally would. Just that way you make sure it takes hold. Okay, and then I have been taking reinforcers. Let's see if I can find them in my mess over here. I'm not having much luck, so let's just get some new ones out. They were almost gone and empty anyway. I'll get a couple things of them out. So how I do my reinforcers is I take my little media mat here and I use the color Distress Oxide Worn Lipstick, and I just ink up my thing and then just go over the dots. So yeah, I just take my blending brush and go over these. You can also stamp on these. I like to do that with like a script stamp. It ends up being really cute. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera. Okay, so now we have some more reinforcements to work with. A lot of people like to put extra glue on the back of these. I have found in this project, working with these particular reinforcements, I don't have to put any glue on the back of them. Sometimes I'm leaving the reinforcements showing, and other times I have covered the reinforcements. So I'm just going to slide these tags back in there for now. And I will come back and decorate those tags later on. And I'm just going to leave it like that, I think. Let's see if we can find a kind of like a skinnier, smaller label maybe. That looks all right. Okay, glue that right there. And then I'm going to add this onto the rings. And then you can kind of see how that's going to be, my dangle's going to be protected for the most part by the cover, but yet it's still really pretty. So because that was top loading, I now need a side load. So there's that one. And for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to pull out real quick this one, because I am trying to keep all of my my thumb holes in the same spot. So I will go ahead and punch that. And this is just an old Paper Shapers oval punch. I like the oval look versus a round look. So I'll put the one that is decorated already back, if I can get the journaling card back in. So I will just stick this back in the book. You could punch all of your pages to start with to just make it go a little bit quicker, but I've just kind of been doing it as I go. So let's do a collage on this one. And like I said, all my collages in this book are coming out different. So I really like this butterfly. So I kind of want to use it. Maybe use this side. That way we have the butterfly and the pink flower. I'm not being real precise or picky about where my ruler is ripping because it's a junk journal. It doesn't have to be precise. So, okay, I've got the piece I want to use, and I think we'll stick it down here. So what I'm going to do is just line it up and then punch this out. Let me turn it around so I can see it. So I just line that up best you can. And then follow the line that's already there and punch. I have also gone in with permanent marker, if you can see that, and I've drawn lines on there. That's an approximate place that I like the look of it. So let's ink this. Then we're going to glue this on. And the idea with collage is you just keep putting small pieces of paper together to make a picture, and you just keep adding until you like it. So this one is going to get lined up right here. Very nice. Okay, so I've got this piece that we could put down here. Get some more ink on our brush. Hopefully I'm staying in frame. And this isn't cardstock or anything like that. It's just, you know, regular copy paper. I wouldn't collage with cardstock or anything like that because it would just get really thick. Okay, so I really like this piece. We've got some white showing here. So I'm just going to trim this white off. And then going to tear it. And I think I'm going to use this as a pocket on here, on this side. But we want to get some more paper in the background. I have this piece. Okay. I think I'm going to offset this a little bit and let the pink show. Let's ink. I know this is pretty repetitive and a lot of people are doing collage nowadays. But I'm not a real big fan of collage. I'm really not. But it is very therapeutic just ripping the papers and gluing them down. I don't know why I find it therapeutic, but I do. And I'm starting to come around to collage a little bit more. It's still not my favorite thing, but I do like what I've done lately with collage. Now we don't want to cover our butterfly. So let's ink this. I'm going to make this a little pocket. You could sew around this if you wanted to. I'm not going to. I'm just going to glue the 3 sides. And I'm going to put it right here. And yes, it's covering part of my butterfly, but hey, what are you gonna do? Okay. So for this has some, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got some texture and some shininess to it right there. So without having Fabri-Tac, I'm not going to be able to glue any lace or anything to that. So let's go ahead and put our reinforcers on. So there's that one. And then there's that one, and this one I have to repunch. Okay, so there's that. So what I'm going to do is find myself another label or two. I do have some definition labels in here. Botanical, that's a good one. We'll just stick that right there. And I could dig out some butterflies and go back and put some butterflies or some of my own flowers in here. And I might do that. It's just, excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. It's just, right now I just want to do the collages and get the base down. And I'll go back and do more decorating. Okay, I think on this one I'm going to put a number. So let me find my number rub-ons. They're over here somewhere. Here they are. Oh, let's do this number 6. I just used the bone folder, and I'm sorry this is going to shake the camera, but I have to, you know, press on this. Some rub-ons come off real easy and others are a pain. That one was nice to us. So there's that. And then, so for this one, we need a little tag to go in there. So we've got some pretty skinny Tracy Fox tags. And it sticks up just a tad. And I'm okay with that. Although there is this smaller one. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that small one in there. And then for the big journaling card, let's see, what should we do for the journaling card on this one? I think I'm gonna do the same thing I've been doing. And I will show you. Okay, I need a piece of cardstock. So to do the journaling tag, I have these. And I'm just going to take some of this Elmer's Disappearing Purple. I have one that's open. That's not open yet. Let's finish this one up. And I'm just going to glue all over this, making sure that I get it nice and neat. Well, not nice and neat. You know what I mean. You want to make sure you get the edges because this is kind of a weird shaped tag or journaling card. So you just want to make sure you get it. And I'm going to put it right up to the edge. That way I have the other side to do the other journaling card. I'm just going to smooth that out. Run my bone folder over it. Any parts that seem like they're wanting to lift up, just go back in with a little more glue. Okay, I think that's good. And then when you get to this point, I have been waiting a few minutes for it to dry. So I'm just going to do a little quick cleanup here while I'm letting this dry for just a second. Get some of the stuff out of our way. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I am now going to fussy cut this. And what I mean by fussy cut is I'm going to go in and I'm just going to go around the edges of this paper where it looks like it's been ripped. And it doesn't have to be perfect, you know, because it is ripped paper. The only reason I like to let it dry first is because I think if you let it dry for, I don't know, a half a minute to a minute or two before you cut it, I think the cuts are smoother and it's just easier to work with. But it doesn't, like I said, have to be perfect because it's ripped paper, and ripped paper can rip anyway. I mean, if you wanted to go around this and rip it, you could go around it and rip it instead of fussy cutting it out. But I chose to fussy cut it, so that's what I'm going to stick with doing because I've already done it on 2 of the 4. Okay, so just continuing to fussy cut this out, and when we're done fussy cutting it, we're going to ink it on both sides, the front and the back. And it is curling up a little bit. That's because of the glue stick and because we put 2 pieces of paper together. But once you get it cut out and inked, and then you put it in your pocket, it will flatten out inside your pocket. Okay, we're on the last side here. A trick to fussy cutting is hold your scissors still and move the image that you're cutting. You'll have a lot more control than if you're trying to, you know, go in here and move your scissors. If you're moving your picture, you have a lot more control over it. And just very, very slightly and very slowly close your scissors as you're moving your picture. That moving the picture has seemed to help me fussy cut a lot easier and get a better result than moving the scissors all over the place. Okay, so we have that cut out. So now we're going to go in with our vintage photo. And on the journaling cards like this, I like to go a little bit darker to make it look like it's been burned or really old and tattered. So I like to go in pretty dark on these. Okay, so there's that side, and then we're just going to flip it over, and I'm going to ink this side as well, because this side of it is where we're going to be journaling and writing on. Almost there. Okay. So now I'm going to pull this back in, and we're just going to slip our journaling card in here. You can leave it sticking out a little bit if you want. And that's all there is to it. So I've showed you guys a couple of different pages here. I've showed you a quick flip through of what I have done already. I'm going to keep doing the same thing. I have a few pages left here in the back of this one to do. And I need to make a back cover for this, which will probably just be a couple of layers of cereal box glued together and then collaged over. So when I get everything done, I will be back to show you guys a flip through of my final Shabby Chic journal. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys like this. Comment down below and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And until next time, guys, keep it crafty, and I'll see you next time. Bye.